Okay, good morning, Chavra. Today is the 21st day of Kislev. I hope everyone had a wonderful Yutes Chav Kislev Yontiv. It was over Shabbos this year. We had beautiful Fabrengens Friday night, Shabbos day, and even Motzei Shabbos Malava Malka. I had two Malava Malkas. Baruch Hashem. Michael is here with us. Michael Manchester. It's his bar mitzvah coming up. His birthday was actually on Thursday, so wish him a happy birthday. Mazel tov, and I got Yuda here, live in person. Yuda gets all the credit for this non-stop, continuous, daily Tanya study. We all get credit, but Yuda gets extra credit. Okay, Tanya is unique. I'm sorry, we're on page 72 in the Chayenu, if you're following along in Chayenu. Otherwise, maybe you're on an app or whatever. It's cool. In today's lesson, Tanya is unique that it addresses the personal journey of the multitudes of Chassidim. Are two different people, are they the same? Yeah, sometimes. They're similar. But mostly, people are different. We think different, we act different. Our minds, there's no way that our minds will ever think the same, because I don't know what's going on in your mind, and you don't know what's going on in my mind. So everyone has their own personal spiritual journey and physical journey. So this is said to extend to all students of Tanya for all time. Obviously, with the Alter Rebbe writing down the Tanya and putting together the writings and the teachings, it could affect a lot more people, and also for future generations, which means for all time, including us, over 200 years later. So return to the thread of our earlier argument. Even in the objective halacha, we find differences of opinion arising from the variety of human nature, we can surely find a variety of response to inspirational literature. Something speaks to you that that you gravitate to. The Hasidic saying quoted above, that seeing in books, even in Torah books, is not the same as hearing. Obviously, when you see something, it's not the same as hearing it. Hearing it can be more impactful. But sometimes seeing is also, I read it myself. I didn't just hear it from somebody. How could the Alter Rebbe now propose to offer Tanya to his followers as a substitute for personal guidance that he had begun giving them at this time? So in answer, the Alter Rebbe states that Tanya is addressed to his Chassidim, whom he has a long-standing relationship and whose specific needs for guidance are known to him from their personal audiences with him. These are people that came to him and explained to him their... Michael, would you keep that off? So these are people that he knew what they were thinking, at least from what they shared with him. And they will therefore find the advice provided in Tanya relevant to their individual needs. So Alter Rebbe tried to address everybody's personal needs and collaborated, putting it into one book. Chassidim would add that this includes all of those who study the Tanya. The Alter Rebbe knew. He knew them all, and he addressed to each of their needs in their service of Hashem as though they had spoken to him in private audience. The Rebbe Rashab phrased it, to study Tanya is to converse with the Alter Rebbe. Ach b'yadea u'michirai kamino heim kol echad ve'echad man sheshlamenu shemiduseinu v'seimches shalom. The Alter Rebbe says, I speak to all those who know me well, each and every one of the anash of our country and those countries nearby. Sherhaya dibur shel chiba motzei beinehem, with affection and words that were often exchanged in private audiences. Beguli lefanai kol talumois libam u'moicham avedas Hashem hatluya balev, and who revealed to me all the hidden recesses of their heart, things that are on their heart and mind and matters relating to serving Hashem, which is dependent on the heart. You have to serve Hashem with love and with awe, a little bit of fear, but they explain their troubles to the Alter Rebbe, so he's trying to address them. Alehem titoif milasi l'shayni eit sefer v'kuntreisim elu hanikroim b'shem l'kutei amorim. To them shall my words seep through, and my tongue shall take the form of a scribe's pen. So of course, I can't talk to each and every one, especially now, generations later, but I'm going to write it down in these pamphlets entitled L'kutei Amorim, a compilation of teachings. Melukatim mipi safrim sfarim mipi seifrei k'doshei elyon nishmasi eiden hamaforsamim etzleinu. that were compiled from books and teachers of saintly men who are well known to us. Tasmehem, Nirmozim, Lachakimin, Beigres HaKodesh, Meraboseinu, Shebe'eretz HaKodesh, Tivana Sekarim Heru Menu Amen. Some of these teachings, the wise, for whom a hint is sufficient, will find alluded to in the sacred letters of our teachers in the Holy Land. The Alter Rebbe considered certain senior disciples of the Maggid of Mezrich as his mentors, especially Rabbi Menachem Mendel of Vitebsk, who then resided in Eretz Yisrael. You may remember towards the end a letter that he wrote to the Chassidim of Menachem Mendel when he had passed away. He was very close with the Rebbe of Vitebsk and his Chassidim. Some of the teachings that they shared, I heard from them themselves when they were here with us, meaning in the Adi or wherever Reb Shnei Zalman the Alter Rebbe was, before they moved to Eretz Yisrael. B'chulam heim shuvos al she'elos rabbis asher shoyelim be'etza kol anshe shlomeinu dimidinasenu tamid. All of them are answers to many questions that are posed by Anash of our country seeking advice, kol echad lefi erkai, everyone according to his level. Lashis eitzos v'nafshem avedz Hashem. They were asking questions so that they could receive guidance for themselves in their service of Hashem. Because time no longer permits me to reply to everyone individually, and also because forgetfulness is common. And you get so many letters and so many requests, things can fall through the cracks. I wrote down and recorded all the replies to all the questions that I received. To be preserved as a sign and to serve as a reminder in everyone's mind. There's no need to push for a private audience. Everybody would scramble and cram in to try to get to see the Alter Rebbe. So he's saying, Ki bohem yimtza margoya lenafshe ve'etzeh nechoyna l'chol davar hakosha alav v'avedas Hashem. For these writings will be sufficient, and they'll find tranquility for your soul and true counsel on everything that you find yourself that you find difficult in your service of Hashem. And your heart will be firmly secure in Hashem, who completes and perfects everything for us. Those whose minds are too limited to understand how to derive advice from these pamphlets, let him discuss these problems with the scholars of his town, and they will enlighten him. Of these scholars, I request that they not lay their hands upon their mouth and not keep silent when asked for advice, for fear of appearing to be proud in their knowledge. Don't be so humble. If somebody comes to you for advice and you know the answer, share it. Don't conduct yourself with false modesty and humility. Oh, I don't really know the answer. What do you mean? You know it, teach it. Misplaced modesty is falsehood. It's well known how bitter is the punishment of him who withholds food, meaning he withholds Torah knowledge for those who seek it. Somebody's asking him to teach. How great is the reward granted to one who provides such knowledge? As the pasuk says, Hashem enlightens the eyes of both of them. So the pasuk reads, the pauper and a wealthy man meet, and God enlightens the eyes of both of them. The pauper to be able to ask and receive, and the rich man to be able to give. Hashem will cause his face to shine upon them with the light of the countenance of the king, which provides life. The Ilamdu oid ish esreyehu geimer kichulam yedu oisi. May Hashem, who provides life to the living, grant us the privilege of living to see the days when no longer will one man teach another to know me, for they will all know me, from the smallest to the greatest. Kamal Aretz De'ez Hashem. Kamayim Layam Achasim. It doesn't say Kamayim Layam Achasim in here, but I'm adding it, and it is translated in English. But the knowledge of Hashem will fill the earth as the water fills the sea. Amen. Kein Yiratzeh. Amen. Maybe you will. Okay, takeaway for today, Chavra. If there's a message from Tanya that you felt relevant and empowering, do not keep it to yourself. It's a direct message to you. Share it with others. If you know something from the Tanya that you learned, you're not allowed to keep it to yourself. You have to share it with others. It doesn't say you're not allowed to, but it says do not. It's an instruction. Share it with someone who can benefit from it. I tried to do that last night. Everyone have a wonderful day. Agut Tavach. Get ready for Hanukkah. Take out your menorahs now. It's Sunday. You have a little bit extra time today. Make sure you have all the proper items that you need for lighting the menorah in the proper place at the proper time. A week that's lit up with the brightness of Torah and mitzvahs. And every mitzvah that you do will bring us one step closer to the coming of Mashiach. Sei gesund, everyone. Agut Tavach.